Hey, everybody. How are you today? Once again, I say this every single week. I am so happy to be here with you. I hope you're having a beautiful week. Today, we're going to be talking about a mini course that I created that is called 5 Days to a Calmer You. And it is completely free to you. And it's so valuable. It's so valuable. I really considered charging for it, making this an evergreen course, creating this container from it. And I decided that I want every single one of you to have it for free. Because I just want it out there. I just want you to have these tools. And so in this mini course, I'm going to be just telling you about it, today, because in the course, I give you my 4 favorite, what I think are the most effective embodiment and nervous system techniques in the form of videos. Actually, it's a 5 video series, and I train you on them, on how to use them. So today I want to walk through what they are, what you can expect to get. And then I want you to go to the podcast show notes and I want you to sign up immediately. I want you to get your hands on these. If you have been around, if you have listened to this podcast with me, if you have grown with me, you know how much I believe in the nervous system work. I also believe in the mindset work, and I talk about that in this mini series. And I want to just thank you for letting me into your life. And I want to take this deeper with you. Honestly, there's only so much I can bring to the podcast every week. And this is a way for you to get deeper with the work before deciding to pay for the work, right? When you pay attention. So that is really the biggest struggle for me, is I really don't like to create courses that I give away, at no cost, because when you pay, I know you'll pay more attention, but I trust you fully. And I have been the recipient of some, earlier on in my days, and even now, like some of the people I follow, when they give away free content and I know that everything they do is amazing, I opt in for it all. So, that I always go 1,000%. And it's so good, you guys. It is really going to, and I'm going to talk to you about the benefits too, but it's really going to give you an idea of what it is this nervous system work is all about, and kind of an idea of what we would do in session or in the Healing Collective or in any container that I create. These 4 tools are the tools that we will use again and again and again. Now, they aren't the only tools that I use, but they are the foundational work, I think. I mean, this is all like me putting in my hundreds of thousands of dollars into my brain and then spitting back out to you, like, here's what you need, right? This is the fast track. Here's what you need, 5 days to a calmer you. When I originally created this, I created it in a series of, 5 days in a row. But now when I deliver it to you, the first video is an overview of the nervous system and the important things that I want you to know on how to then take days 2 through 5 or videos 2 through 5 and implement them. And so that alone is very, very valuable, and it is sent to your email, and then you have the video link. And then the next day you will be sent the 4 videos with each, a video on each of the techniques. So I explain the technique, I tell you where it comes from, I tell you the history and the science behind it, and then I teach you how to use it. So it's just, I'm so excited to get this in your hands. I will say that, I've been working on this behind the scenes, and I'm just so excited for you to have it. So, I know that I record these now on YouTube as well, but one of the reasons I wanted to do a video series and not just do it on the podcast is you need to see me. You need to be able to see me while you're learning. You need to be able to see how to do this work. So that is why it's sent to you via video series. Of course, once you watch the first time, I want this to be a resource for you. I want this to be something you can go back to again and again and again. And I say that in the videos, I want this to be kind of your go-to guide. This will not be the end all be all by any means of your healing. But this is the beginning. This is like the foundation. And even if you've done, embodiment work, you've been working on regulating your nervous system, you've been working on this, you haven't been working on it with me. And every single person delivers information through their own filter. At least great people do. I put this all through my own filter, my own healing journey, my own, I have used these tools to restore me. And that is how I picked them to be my favorites, right? Like these were the most effective. And I tell you in each of the videos why they were the most effective for me, not just from the psychological perspective of having my master's degree, not just like how we can use these in business, but why did it impact me and where was I and how it impacted like my capacity to move through some things I had otherwise not been able to move through just with mindset alone. So I really do share a lot in there. So video 1 is going to be an overview of what I need you to know for the nervous system in order for the techniques to be impactful. Video 2, so day 2 of A Calmer You, is a technique that I talk a lot about in here, but it's called orienting. And orienting is so incredible. Orienting taught me that I could titrate the intensity of the feelings that I was feeling inside. So when I was in session, when I was on my own, if I got scared by the way I was feeling, which if any of you have ever had any shock trauma or any trauma, it can be very scary to be inside of your own mind. Because maybe you haven't felt this level of intensity before. I certainly hadn't felt the level of pain and intensity like this before. I didn't even know this existed in life. Like I knew things got bad for people, but I had no idea how unbearable it could feel to be inside of your own body until I lost Harper. So orienting is a technique that is used in the embodiment world and the nervous system world. And yes, it does help you regulate your nervous system. And the biggest thing for me is that it helps you titrate the intensity of emotion. I use orienting all of the time in almost every session I have. And even last week, I was in session with someone who was having a really great emotion, but there was some survival things coming up, and it was so intense that we needed to orient. The thing with healing is we never want, trauma is just anything that's too much, too fast, too soon, or too little for too long. So what we want to do in healing is we don't want to heal too much, too fast, too soon. Do you see? Because that would be a traumatic way to heal. And a lot of you overachievers want to get in and want to get it done. And I'm like, whoa, sister, we need to take this a little slower because it will be more effective that way. And so orienting is a tool that allows us to slow down. It allows us to get grounded. It is also the #1 tool that has helped me regulate my nervous system. From a ex-hustler, ex-people pleaser, just ambitious AF. I'm still very ambitious, but also I am not willing to do anything it takes to achieve, right? Like my family, my health, my mental health are, first priorities. So orienting really is a beautiful practice that you can use anywhere. Like it's totally free. No one will know you're doing it. And it is super effective. And I tell you in the video why it's effective. I tell you the science behind it. I teach you exactly how to do it, how often to do it, how long to do it for. Like I literally give you everything in one video. I think the video is like 20 or 25 minutes. Like you don't have to sit there all day and listen to the video, but I teach you exactly how to do it. So that's the first tool that I hand over to you in this mini course, 5 Days to a Calmer You. The second one is containment. Containment is a pile-on practice that you can use with orienting or without orienting. It can be a standalone, or you can use these two things together. And containment is a way for you to nurture yourself when you are healing, when you are growing businesses, when things are getting really, really tough. It is a way for you to calm your nervous system. It is a way for you to nurture yourself. It is a way for you to give yourself what you need, again, to titrate your experience and to heal your experience. And when I give you these, I started to say this, I don't know if I finished, but this is not going to be like, oh, you're healed after you have this mini course. Like, no, you won't be, but you will have new tools in your toolkit. You will know the foundation of what to expect in work with me. And then I have hundreds of techniques that I pile on top, but the foundation is really, really key. So you will have a head start. If you ever join any program of mine, if you ever work with me and you know how to do these, you will get a running head start. If you are familiar with these things, I invite you to come hear me teach them. I invite you to come get my perspective because it will be different. And I invite every single one of you to come into the Healing Collective, which is opening soon. You guys actually in the podcast will be the first to know. I'm very, very excited. I'm doing something very special when I open the cart this time around. So you definitely want to keep listening. It's coming and it's going to be amazing. And it is the next step. After this mini course, this would be the next step. It honestly is a no-brainer to then come into the Healing Collective and let me help you do this work. It really does take an expert, someone trained to be able to watch your body while you're doing these things, to make sure you're doing them correctly, to help you facilitate them, and to be witnessed. Actually, to be witnessed in doing these is incredibly powerful. That has been my experience. Okay, so the third video is sensation tracking. So containment, I talked a bit about, and I teach you, I like basically button it up for you. Like I teach you what it is, I teach you the science behind it, I teach you how to do it, and then I teach you how to practice it. And then, like I said, we get to sensation tracking. And this is like the deeper layers of healing your nervous system and healing your soul and healing your heart. And honestly, just healing your lived experiences. This is the video that helps you reconnect your mind to your body. A lot of us, that I say this all the time, I'm a broken record, are walking around head up. We are not feeling what is actually going on. We are using our brains, which are very powerful, to live our lives. And I invite you to allow your mind and your body to reconnect and live an embodied life. Sorry, guys. And to live an embodied life where you're making decisions, where you can feel your intuition again, where you can feel your gut response, where you can feel God if you're a spiritual woman, if you can feel like what it is that you want to do and not want to do, right? Especially in business. This is so important when it comes to business, because if you are building an empire, which I know all of you are, then you want to build a business that looks like you and not like someone else, because that is a business that will fulfill you. That is a business that will sustain you, that will bring you joy. There is no amount of money that matters if you have built something that you don't want to be a part of, that you don't want to do all day, every day. Okay. It's not about the money, right? It's about the fulfillment. It's about the giving back. It is about the time freedom. It is about the financial freedom that you then get, right? But none of that is worth it if you have made incredible sacrifices to get there and you're doing something that you don't want to do all day, every day. So in this video, sensation tracking, this really is a level deeper from orienting and containment. So we take it deeper in the next video, and I teach you again with a bow around it exactly how to do this, the science behind it, why it's important, why we need to reconnect the mind and the soul, the mind and the body, why it is we need to feel what it is we feel in our lives and not just think about how we feel. And I talk about this in the video, like we think we're walking around feeling things, right? But we think about our feelings. What I teach you in this video is how to feel your feelings. And why this is important for the healing process is we can't heal you if you're not feeling, because we heal through feelings. Like feelings are the path. Like having big feelings is the pathway to healing. And I know trust me, I know that it is hard to go in and feel some things that you think you've put to bed or that you know you need to work on, right? And even if it's perfectionism, hustle doesn't have to be like a traumatic event. But I really encourage you, you need to get your hands on this mini course because I teach it in such a loving, easily attainable way. I think that's what my clients say the most. It's like when you teach these things, like I'm no longer scared. And that is really important to me because I was so scared to do this work. And so to know that I'm able to teach these things to you in a way that is, that your heart opens to it instead of closes to it. Again, if you've done some sensation tracking and some embodiment work before, I invite you to come see how I teach it and learn it for yourself. And then the last video is I teach you how to track your own nervous system patterns. This is where you get to learn your own unique nervous system. And when you understand your own unique nervous system, you will know then what you need to come into the Healing Collective to work through. You will know then what you want to do in one-on-one work. And you will know why you are the way that you are. You will know the difference between a personality trait and a nervous system pattern. And this is so important. So many people listening and watching are thinking, oh, like this is just the way I am. Like, I don't love this response I always have, but this is just the way I am. And I am here to tell you, it is not just the way you are. You are not born, right, being, and I say this a lot, like you were not born being a people pleaser or being judgmental or being a jealous person. Like, we're not born like that. We are born completely whole and pure. And then we are imprinted with the nervous system in certain ways, and we adapt in childhood. And this is the video where I teach you how to learn about your own unique nervous system. And if there are things about yourself that you're like, this keeps showing up again and again and again in my relationships, in my life, in my relationship with myself, in my finances, in my business. It's like that thing you can't pinpoint. Like, you've done all the mindset work and you don't know why it keeps coming back. That's what this video is all about. This is about understanding that it's not something the mind can heal. There's a pattern here. And I just think knowing your own nervous system patterns and the way you are helps you have such a deeper relationship with yourself. It helps you be so much more loving to yourself. And we all know when we're more loving with ourselves, we're more loving towards others, and we all need more love in the world. So this last video, the patterns are, that's the kind of the deepest layer, but these videos build. So they are intended to be like a mini course. So you want to watch the first one, and then you want to let that sink in. And then the next day I deliver you to the videos 2 through 5, which are the 4 different techniques. They build off of each other. So you do want to watch them from top to bottom, and then you can go back, and the ones that really interested you or the one that you want to play with or work on, you use it as you'd like for as long as I have it out there. I don't know how long I'm going to have it out there. So when I deliver it to you, I want you to take advantage of it. And all you need to do is go to the link in the podcast, or certainly go to my social media. My Instagram, for example, has it in the link in the bio. It's in there. It's completely free. All you do is put in your name and your email, and then I deliver the information to you via email. I love this mini course so much. I use this with my clients. I use it inside the Healing Collective. It's actually, I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek of the type of things that I include in the Healing Collective curriculum. And this is one of them. These are the foundational things that I teach everyone in the Healing Collective. And this is, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of the type of information that I'm bringing. So I mentioned the Healing Collective is opening again very soon. So excited. It is going to be really an incredible round of the Healing Collective because I am adding weekly teachings. So they will be recorded and available to you through Kajabi. And then when we get to our coaching time every week for 60 minutes, you will have already had the opportunity to watch the video and learn what I wanted to teach you that week. And either you bring the coaching that you want to the call, or if you haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, that's okay. Like, it is meant to make sure that I taught you everything I wanted you to know in that quarter. There are certain things that I want you to know about healing, and it's not just about the nervous system. The nervous system is the foundation, but I bring it all. I use things from my counseling degree. I use my own journey. I use all kinds of techniques. And then, of course, I teach you the important things about the nervous system that I want you to know so that you are healing at the deepest level you've ever healed before. And if you were sitting here thinking, well, I don't really have like anything to heal, I made this quote, and in fact, I should probably put it up tomorrow. And it says, like, some people are afraid of ghosts, and I am afraid of people that don't think they have any healing to do. Like, that is the scariest person in the world to me. Every single one of us has healing to do. We all come from family dynamics that are imperfect, because humans are imperfect. And then we grow up and we, instead of re-looking at, okay, well, did I like XYZ? Like, how would I do this differently? And then seeing, oh, this is a pattern in my nervous system, but I don't want to pass this along to my children, or I don't want to do, business in this way just because I was taught this in corporate America. I mean, I could go on and on about the types of healing that needs to happen. But the biggest things I see are healing from family dynamics, healing from past work experiences that are showing up in business, healing from what society teaches you should and shouldn't do, and what you are and are not capable of. And of course, healing from any trauma that you have experienced. And I am just one of those people that, I love to learn about people's stories. That is like one of my very favorite things on earth. And everywhere I go, since I was a little girl, people have always told me their stories. And I have not yet met a person that doesn't have trauma. It is part of the human experience. And so I really invite you to safely explore what it would be like to get some new tools, and to see the types of tools that I use and the way that I teach them in a way deeper level that I have been able to do here on the podcast, because you can't see me. And the way I packaged these together was very strategic so that it could really click for you. And then the obvious next step would be to join the Healing Collective when it opens. And if you're on the fence about the Healing Collective, this is a great opportunity. Like, jump in here, get the videos, see how you feel, and then let's see. Like, maybe you're ready and maybe you aren't. And there's no amount of sales or marketing. Like, I would never force you to be ready to come into the Healing Collective. That is a very personal decision. You will know when you are ready and if you would like to. Right? Like, I only want to help clients that would love to be a part of the Healing Collective. So what you may find is you get these and you're good, because maybe it's activating for your nervous system, and maybe it's activating for your nervous system and you're like, woof, that's activating for my nervous system and I need to figure out why. So I'm so excited to deliver this to you if you can't tell. And I cannot wait to hear the feedback. Go now. Do not wait. I do not know how long I will have this available. I haven't decided yet. I just want to get it to you. And at least for 2 weeks, or I would say at least for 3 weeks. Let's just say that. But go ahead and get it, because I'm just going to see like how the results go. And if I want to turn this into a paid course later, I just may. So get it for free while you can. Get in there. And then what this will also do is it will add you to my email list. And in a series of emails, I'm also going to be delivering to you like my best content, like my highest like my most listened to podcasts and my most subscribed to Instagrams and like my best stuff pretty much. And that will be really helpful to you too. And then I will love on you every single week inside my email list because I love those of you on my email list. I love to tell you all of the things I would never say anywhere else. It's very fun. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I cannot wait for you to get your hands on this material. And the reason, this is the other thing I want to tell you. The reason I called it 5 Days to a Calmer You is because it teaches you how to be more grounded. This process teaches you how to become more embodied, how to be less spinny in your brain, how to be less frenetic and chaotic in the brain, and how to calm down by becoming embodied. And when you are in that place, you make decisions so much quicker. You have so much more capacity and patience with clients and kids and family and all of the things just for your everyday life. So being calm and being grounded is my goal for you. Like, I want you to be living an excited life, of course, but not a chaotic, anxiety-filled experience where everything feels overwhelming. And I would say one of the reasons I wanted to bring this now is because since the start of the year, people have been feeling really overwhelmed. That's a common theme that I've been hearing from my clients and just from everyone that I've been talking to. And so this is a way to calm the overwhelm. I just can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Okay. I will see and talk to you all next week. And until then, enjoy your 5-day journey. Bye.